Hi everyone, this is Mary and welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to do another trauma dumping. As I said before, it is different from what I videos I'm doing. But before all of this, if you are interested with traveling or seeing places, I do have a specific playlist for it. If you like seeing me doing food reviews, I also have a specific uh, playlist for it. And all you have to do is to look at my channel and you see whole bunch of videos about me. Let's start with our topic. Our trauma dumping for today is about why siblings don't always have a good relationship and why it's okay. First one is the different roles assigned to them. When I said roles, it's not really that you have to do the cleaning or you have to do the washing dishes. It's about the labeled. The parents put labeled or the family put labeled on each siblings. You could be the troublemaker, the black sheep of the family, the responsible one, the smart one, the funny one. Those are the roles we are talking about here. And if it's a negative role, realistically, it creates rivalry within the siblings. It creates resentment instead of connection. There's no connection in it. Because imagine two siblings now, the family believes that this one is a black sheep of the family, and he is always getting compared with the responsible one. Definitely, that's when the conflict starts. On my end, I was not the troublemaker one. I am more of, as I said with my other videos, I'm more of the smart ones, which I knew it creates some sort of distance from my sister because the comparison of she's smarter than you or she's way more academic than you or why can't you even do these small things, it creates problem between us growing up. And I think till today it is just like that. The same thing is the other sister is much more beautiful than you do, or she's way more attractive than you do, and that's how you create distance. The second one is so basically, we weren't just siblings. We were characters in a family to the script that we never got to write. Second one is about unfair expectations and comparisons. The other person is expected to do more. For example, the the eldest. Because you are the eldest, you are the second in charge of home. You're gonna they expect you to do more, they expect you to lead, they expect you to be the parent if the parents are gone, which takes out the childhood for the eldest one. And also the other siblings are expected to give more, probably because they earn more. In a family, when you earn more, then you're gonna give more. And the one have to sacrifice more because the other one is probably sick, the other one is probably having financial burden or a problem, or the other one is probably going through addiction, and you are expected to sacrifice your own financial things, your own happiness, your own family, and that's when hatred grows. you know you expected to do a lot, whole bunch of understanding, while the others are excused. When love feels like a competition, it stops feeling love at all. Now we go with the third one, the unspoken jealousy or the emotional distance. But realistically, where does this emotional jealousy came from? Within the siblings, it it just, we all know it came from how the parents raised us. Give one more person favored, give one more child love and attention, while the other is expected to be the strong one, you know? Like, I wouldn't say that I was jealous of my siblings, but there's a time in my life where I ask myself, why do I have to understand them and they get away with the things that they're doing? Why do I have to help this person when they choose to be on that position? Like, why? And then people is going to look at it as jealousy, or people are going to look at it that I am being mean or I'm being a bad person. But it's not. Sometimes all we wanted to do is to put ourselves first. Nobody wanted to be distanced from their siblings. But it is hard to be close to someone when you are hurting. Fourth one is the different personalities, values, or healing. I always hear this one. Just because you grew up in the same house doesn't mean you see the world the same way. They said that children, the siblings, never have same parents, never have the same childhood, which is the reality. That's the reality of it. Because one probably is more loved, one is probably get more disciplined than the other. And in that way, as I said over and over, it creates distance from a sibling. They are questioning themselves, why my siblings get more love than I do? What did I do? What did I do wrong? Why they're more favored to this one? Is she the favorite or is he the favorite one? It always happened with my family, with my elder sister and with my younger brother. So my mom has this tendency of, oh, leave your brother alone because he is like that. My brother basically got away with many things, smoking, drinking, or doing funny things. He did get away quite a lot of times. And we all look at it in a way that my mom, our mom, has a favoritism. Probably she just like our brother more than us. And till today, I don't have a problem with my brother actually. I have a good relationship with my brother because we are like, age gap is also a big thing. We have 10 years age gap, while my other sisters, they have like 3 years age gap, and that's when jealousy starts. Like, they're almost in the same age, but they never get away with how my brother get away with things. Until the day they do have problem. Like, oh, what my mom always in favored with my brother, and she just give things, and she just allowed him to be like that. And I don't think it will ever stop. I don't think that it will actually, no one is gonna put stop to it, unless obviously your parent pass away, because nothing, you're not gonna fight for attention anymore. That's the reality. The fifth one and the last one is family never really encourage real communication. Conversations were avoided, emotions weren't safe. You talk about something, either they laugh at you, they'll mock you, or they gonna call you names. Probably you're being over dramatic, you're being problematic, and you learn how to survive. Your siblings and you learn how to survive together, but not how to actually connect. Because as I said, conversation weren't there. You open up with your family, with your siblings, or with your mother. It's hard. Probably you didn't, but you knew it, that emotion is just gonna push under the rug till to the point that it becomes so lumpy that one can just, you know, trip on it. If you don't feel close to your siblings, I wouldn't say that you're broken. You're not broken. You are human and you're not alone. It doesn't have to be like that. Sometimes we seeing family, we have this neighbor and they have this close knit relationship, but you're gonna need to ask how the parents raised them. Do they raise them where, or you don't take advantage of the other person? You don't take advantage of your siblings, you know? But if your parents raised you in a way where you're gonna need to help this person because he is suffering or she is suffering, you're gonna need to be more understanding. You're gonna need to let go of the things he or she did to you. Then I promise you, it wouldn't work out. You wouldn't have a close connection to your siblings, and that's totally okay. When you got your own family, they just become a distant relative. You're gonna need to stick with the family you created, not the family you came from. That's the sad reality of life, actually. But, anyways, that's just my trauma dumping on you. If you have any trauma if you actually going through the same thing as I went through, you can always leave a comment. We can always talk about it. I like talking about these things. It's because it's very close to me. I can relate to it. I can talk hours and hours and hours about this, and I hope you can too. Sometimes all we have to do is to share a little bit of our pain to a stranger, to someone that we never knew whenever you existed, because you knew that you will never get judged by that person. And that's it for today. I hope to not see you, actually. I hope that you'll watch me next time, and I hope you are having a great day. Bye.